The worst man in history. This is not filming. It is simply the top 10 torture in Manchu and Qing dynasties in China. According to James Kavitzer, the male master of Jesus Christmas, he was so unlucky on the set that he was struck by lightning. There must be a scientific principle. This scene is on a bare mountain top. The weather was cloudy at that time. He was tied to a huge cross, standing there like a big lightning rod. He was worried before he was struck by lightning. There won't be thunder and lightning today, will there? And the reality is really so coincidence. Kavitza said afterwards. He saw the fires coming out of his head at that time. Then it seems that someone gave him a slap in the face. The eyes are full of pink and blue lightning. Split him into an explosive head. Director Mel Gibson was doing something else at the time. The first thing I looked up at him was, "What happened to your haircut?" When everyone knows that he was struck by lightning. The assistant director was the first to run over and ask him, "Do you have any physical problems?" But the tragedy is that the man was holding a huge umbrella in his hand. Then he was struck by a second thunder, hopped to the ground. What makes people speechless is that this assistant director was struck by lightning for the second time. The last time I came to the top of the mountain to step on the spot, he was also lying down with an umbrella struck by a blast. I didn't say, "You really don't have a long memory. Did someone stick the umbrella to your hand?" If it's just a lightning strike, this man is not the worst. His crimes in this crew can be said to be all round. For example, when filming the scene of whipping, the director's design was originally very safe. It's all fake playing and special effects synthesis. The man put up a pillar behind him. The two supporting actors in the execution just pull hard on the post, but the tragedy is that these two supporting actors are too cruel. It's only been taken for a few minutes. I whipped the man's body with a whip. Afterwards, the male owner Kavai said, "At that time, I gritted my teeth and stood firm. Can't play. I have to continue to play. It hurts me to death." But what's tragic is that these two supporting characters a few seconds later, another whip hit him in the back. This time Kavitz really couldn't help it. He struggled with pain, scolded the two supporting roles hard. Kavitz recalled in the interview, "Although I play Jesus, but at that moment I was possessed by Satan, and these two whips, on his back, left two wounds more than 30 centimeters long. The skin is raw." After the movie was released, the audience praised the actor Kavitz for his good acting skills. How real this pain is, especially the part carrying the cross. Emotions are in place. And the truth is, this big cross made by the crew is a real one, weighing more than 120 kilograms. Kavai's carried him for a few laps, bloody shoulders and dislocation. Can the emotions not be in place? What's worse is that the scene where he fell, the original arrangement was, the touring soldier helped him hold the cross. When the result was taken, this guy forgot. The heavy big cross hit Kavai's head. He vomited blood at that time. What bothers Kavitza most is that he was crucified. Get up at 2 o'clock in the morning every day. Spend 8 hours on makeup. Hang naked to the top of the mountain. When the wind blows, it is extremely sour. It can be seen from the behind-the-scenes documentary. These workers are all wearing down jackets. It's baking the stove. At that time, the temperature was 5 or 6 degrees below zero. Kavai's is on the cross with bare arms. One hanging is 1 day. Sometimes there's light rain in the sky, floating snowflakes. This is not acting. It's simply a sentence. The director later recalled in an interview, "Kavitz is really a tough guy. Never complain when hanging on it. I really can't stand it. I begged everyone to hurry up." After filming the scene on the top of the mountain, Kavitz has lung infection due to low temperature. I went to the hospital for treatment. In fact, half of it was photographed. His lungs won't hold up, Kavitza said. During that time, he almost ate antibiotics as a meal to carry this play down.